Good afternoon, good people. Welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we have a very interesting story. I want you to listen to this very carefully, and I want us to have a very fruitful conversation after you listen to this video. What's going on? So Zanu PF factions in serious clash over President Mnangagwa's third term bid as Team Chiwenga launches open war. It's not going well, guys. It's not going well. So Harare tensions have escalated within Zanu PF provincial structures in Harare as two factions engage in open conflicts over attempts to extend President Emerson Mnangagwa's presidency beyond 2028. The situation reached a boiling point last week when a group aligned with Vice President Constantino Chiwenga announced the suspension of Provincial Chairperson Godswill Masimirembwa, citing his support for the continuous 2030 agenda. This internal strife follows the recent Zanu PF conference in Bulawayo, where a resolution was controversially passed advocating for removal of presidential term limits for the constitution. Masimirembwa emerged as one of the few senior party officials to publicly back the divisive move. His support for the agenda has drawn heavy criticism, especially since Mnangagwa himself has publicly opposed it. The situation took a dangerous turn just before the conference when Masimirembwa's business premises in Harare's Avenues area were patrol bombed. Reports indicated that a security guard was also set ablaze during the attack, highlighting the rise tension within the party. On November 14, Masimirembwa was formally accused of bringing the party into disrepute for his vocal support of the 2030 initiative. The suspension, later signed by Provincial Political Commissar Kudakwashe Demson, stated, firstly, by you personally and actively moving the 2030 initiative and sloganeering against not only the will of His Excellency, but also against the party and the national constitution. The letter also expressed the concern that Masimirembwa's actions were causing divisions within the party. Masimirembwa is vehemently denied the allegations, calling them absurd and politically motivated, that a complete joke. He stated, asserting that Demson had no authority to issue a suspension letter, as he had allegedly been suspended himself the previous Thursday. Suspensions are done by the deputy vice chair, the one who chairs the Provincial Disciplinary Committee, he explained. Masimirembwa maintains that he is still the legitimate chairperson of the province, pointing out that the 2030 agenda was adopted at both the provincial and national level. That is the resolution of the party at the National People's Conference, he added. Attempts to reach Desmond for comment were unsuccessful. Meanwhile, Zanu PF Provincial Disciplinary Committee Chairman Ephraim Fundukwa issued a statement stating that Demson had been suspended. The provincial chairman, Comrade Godswill Masimirembwa, was and is not subject for any disciplinary process. Fundukwa clarified, adding that Demson and several other members were under investigation for misconduct. So, in a letter dated 14, the Harare Provincial Executive Council detailed that Demson had been suspended alongside 9 other party members for various charges for misconduct and abuse of office. These members include Deputy Provincial Secretary for Lands and Agriculture Edson Ringwa, Deputy Provincial Secretary for Science and Technology Chelsea Matsika. Demson himself is facing serious allegations of corruption. According to the suspension letter, he is accused of soliciting to a bribe of $1,000 from aspiring parliamentary candidate Lynette Mahlaba, purportedly to manipulate the outcome of the Harare East constituents primary elections. The letter also claims that he received additional $2,000 in bribe. In a counter accusation, Demson alleged that Masemerembwa accepted 50,000 bribe from JB contractors for construction work at Zanu PF Harare Provincial offices. However, Masemerembwa dismissed these claims as false. JB contractors lawyer Tsitsi Manzikana also defended Masemerembwa, describing Demson's allegation as malicious and baseless. My client never gave Masemerembwa any money, she asserted. The 9 suspended officials are believed to be linked to the faction supporting Chiwenga, who is seen as a potential successor to Mnangagwa. Notably, Chiwenga is refrained from publicly endorsing the 2030 ED slogan and is thought to be firmly opposed to the campaign for the removal of presidential limits. The push to extend presidential terms is primarily supported by party members from Masvingo and Midlands province, which are considered Mnangagwa strongholds, and as the conflict continues to unfold, it highlights the depending rifts within Zanu PF as factions vie for power and influence ahead the general elections. So, this is what's going on in Zanu PF. These guys, they are not in the same page. They are fighting for power, and it seems like the allies of Chiwenga, they are not receiving it well. They don't want this 2030 slogan to continue anymore. But it's not only that we have to look at. If you see the man which is being talked about, the bribes, guys, that's where you see that there is a lot of money in Zimbabwe, but it's only being misused. If you talk about bribing someone just to get a tender to work in government, to maybe to renovate government offices, and you pay someone to get that tender 50,000 years, now imagine how much are they going to take to renovate those offices? How much are they going to receive to renovate those offices if they pay bribes 50,000? Which simply means that if they get the tender, they will get more than 50,000. They will get more than 50,000 years. It's so painful that there is a lot of money, but the civil servants are not getting this money. Civil servants are not being paid. If you go to banks, they tell you there's no money. There are so many queues in there. It's so frustrating. What should we do as a nation? Should we go the Mozambique way or not? Tell us what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you on the next one.